Yeah, you can kind of set the tension on them on how tight they are.
For like scooters.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. I
Binding.
don't do CCD, so I don't know.
Yeah, binding you said tight.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good.
I'm
David.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
You met Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rick? No.
You guys weren't making fun of my helmet with duct tape, were you?
No, we were gonna duct tape his
Oh,
shoes.
no, 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 no.
I left
We're gonna,
my-
we got
I
his
left
cycling
my
shoes.
My cycling shoes at home, so I'm going in my running shoes.
We were just gonna duct tape
Oh,
his
that's
shoes.
gonna be fun.
So we're gonna duct tape my shoe to the pedal.
Sweet.
Oh, I need to ride to my truck and get my gloves. It's kind of cold out here. Roy Morgan, real old guy.
Yeah, really old guy.
Yeah, Roy.
Yeah.
You know Roy.
He stood up and started making fun of me. I'm like, what? You too blind to see me?
Brent Wilder bowled me over.
Yeah,
You know
Brent's a
Brent?
big boy. Henderson's huge.
I mean,
My gosh, those guys.
I got him tagged out from this. I'm running from the pitcher. I've got the ball. I got him tagged out from this far. He just lowered his shoulder and went right through me. I'm laying on the ground with the ball, thinking, okay, do I get up and throw it at him? He's big, you know. And I thought, you know what? I'm running the league. I better not. That was my first thought, was to get up and just throw it at him, because he was way, you know, 5 feet away from the bag when he hit me. I'm laying on the ground.
Competitive juices flowing. But,
Yeah. And I know I'm not going to run him over.
Yeah, come on, he's a big boy.
Not only because I just don't run fast enough either. All right, you guys have fun.
All right.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure June.
Okay.
The second week.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about
We'll
it.
try, yeah. I'll try to get it.
Second week, so we're going next week too?
And maybe we just make this an event.
Try to keep up.
Make it the first, second, third, and fourth.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do 430 miles and then try to do 27. How you doing, Rick?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just enjoying the view. Hey Jeff, what size is your bottom bracket on this bike? Bottom bracket, is that like a BB30? Because I want to get a 105 crank set for this. I know I got to get some kind of adapter, I think, but I just don't know. I think Shimano has their own sizes, don't they? No, I'm talking about the crank.
Oh, on the front crank.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we talk cranks, mine's a 5034. It's compact.
Uh-huh.
I would assume that's what yours is.
Yeah, this is a 5036, I think.
Should be 5034.
Maybe then.
Yeah.
All right, so the bottom bracket is to connect the two arms, connect the crank and then the arm. The size on this one is a BB30, but I think they say that Cannondales have some kind of weird sizing, so I got to get some kind of adapter in order to put the Shimano cranks on it. Okay. Catch back up with these guys.
Run down there.
Yeah. Contender Cycle in Salt Lake City. I got this one in 2015. I got it because it was the new one. I guess they went from Cat 10 to Cat 12 for the 2016 model. And I was just telling Dave that if I could go back and do it again, I probably would have got the Cannondale Synopsis. Because I could have gotten more bike for the same price, or more in components for the same price. Yeah.
So I just, like you're saying, I want to have a bike out here, so I leave this bike on here. A couple months ago, I bought a second bike.
Yeah.
But it wasn't brand new. I wanted to KSL.
Okay, yeah, that's him just telling me to go. The guy at the gym was telling me to go on KSL and check them.
I tell you, I don't know if I'd ever go buy a brand new bike on the top.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We going to the bathroom? You going to the bathroom?
Yeah, so went on KSL and got a Specialized tarmac. This is a 2010. The tarmac I got was an 11 off of KSL and paid about a third the price. It was $3,300 brand
Really?
new. It has Ultegra components on it and stuff. I think I would just, I don't know that I would ever, because there's so many guys out there that try a bike, they like the sport, and they want to take a step up. And a lot of times those bikes they don't have any miles on them, but they depreciate so fast.
So what I was talking about, like right here, mine says BB30. I guess that's the size bottom bracket they have inside that. But I guess that's like Cannondale is kind of weird. So like if I wanted to put a Shimano on there, I had to get some kind of adapter because the Shimano bottom bracket don't fit on the Cannondale.
Yeah, they have their own. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Good to go.
But yeah, I want to, so that I can ride like during lunchtime, just have a bike and keep it up here.
Yep, that's what I do with this now.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna start checking KSL and see what they have.
Yeah.
The problem with me though is because I'm short and I'm looking for a 50 or smaller frame. This is a 48, but
Have you been sized? They size you in tenders.
yeah,
So you normally ride a 50.
I normally ride a 50, but this was a 48.
I'm right on the edge.
Matter of fact, one of the guys told me when I posted this picture on Facebook, and he told me that I'm riding with my seat too low. I said, well, that's as long as my legs ago. He said, well, you need to get a smaller frame. I said, it's a 48, that's the smallest they sell. And then he told me I need to try to find another brand that has a more forgiving top bar. I just always,
Anything like standover distance?
yeah, I just always, something about Cannondale. I told myself, when I get the money, I'm gonna buy a Cannondale.
Yeah, there's a lot of good bike brands.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought about getting it. The shop that was supposed to be is a giant shop, so I sport my local bike
yeah, because when I got this, I was looking at this, and I think it was a Giant Madone. I think that's the name. Trek Madone, yeah. That's what I was, those were my two choices. Because I was actually at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. I was at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, and like for the same price that I got this, they had that all carbon Trek, but it had like Claris components. And for my skill level, I probably wouldn't have known the difference. Yeah.
105 is kind of the sweet spot. You can't go wrong with 105.
Yeah.
Nowadays, Tiago is fine. Probably as good as 105,
And that's what they say, that like the 105s now are as good or better than the Ultegras from a few years ago.
Right. So, like David was saying, we can get this now. getting a good fight. Not long.
Yeah, and some of these guys ride their bikes for a season and then sell them.
Yeah. You got the money to do that.
Yeah. Watching a video where this guy had a Cannondale, he paid $12,000 for it.
Those are guys that don't have so much money.
And took it to a race attached to like a $4,000 car.
That's funny.
I live in Tooele. Yeah. Oh, okay.
25 miles.
Oh, really?
And that was fun. I think kind of fun.
Yeah, I am. Matter of fact, I'm buying a house right now, and my mortgage broker, he was the one who actually got me into even thinking about road biking, because I go in his office and he got all these medals. And I'm like, oh wow, so you seriously into cycling? He was like, well, I mean, I like to do it. I did it to lose weight because I was overweight. I said, now you're doing pretty good in these races. He said, oh no, all of these are participation medals. But he got like about 20 of them.
Yeah. They're fun.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people around. Any of the fast boys.
Yeah, and I mean, if I got into one of those, I'm not getting into it to win.
Oh no, a lot of those are just moderate rides.
Yeah.
Some of them are both. If you want to be timed,
work in the environmental section, don't you? You're an environmental scientist? Oh, okay. Once every fiscal year, yeah. Fiscal, from October to October.
Okay, so I took mine last November.
You're good till FY 18.
So I don't know how to get to basically November.
Right. But now, you have to do it before September 30th, 2018. many times around y'all usually do this loop? Yeah.
I really don't count the loops. I just go by hot time. It doesn't take too much time.
Yeah. So it's been, look like almost a half hour now. Yeah. Yeah, about, cause yeah, my computer beeped at 5.
Yeah, right. You got to run through the hill there. That's a nice little climb. Went out 2 days ago at lunch. The wind was coming straight down Willits Hill. That was tough, getting it?
We come around again, we should probably do it on that loop. I mean, I don't know if I'll make it up, but I mean, I get up there eventually.
Yeah, climbing and cycling is one of those things that you don't get better at it unless you do it.
And I know, yeah, I know guys that all they work on is their climbing.
Yeah.
Ride about a mile, 2 miles flat, and then hit a hill that's maybe like 10 miles. Have somebody at top waiting on them.
Yeah, that's typically the Achilles heel in most.
Yeah. Then I'll be watching the Tour de France. Those guys be doing it with so little effort.
Yeah. It's strange.
Yeah. I'm like, it's no way somebody's in that good of shape.
You know, part of it is you just gotta, I think that's a true finish sport, basketball, baseball. You gotta do some kind of
Yeah.
natural ability, condition. You can always improve, but I mean, you can't just take somebody off the street and say,
Yeah.
"Pro basketball." A lot of these guys, you just gotta be built playing.
Yeah, because I mean, you can make anybody an athlete, but you can't make a Michael Jordan. You have to be born Michael Jordan.
That's right. The elite.
Yeah.
They were forward at the beginning.
Yeah. That guy that was real good in high school, pretty good in college, and then gets in for like 3 or 4 minutes if the team is winning, that's a made athlete. And some of those are born too, but just don't have the work ethic. 'Cause I've known so many people with just crazy God-given talent and just waste it because they're lazy.
I've seen that too. That's sad. I hope they got that cheating out of pro cyclists.
Uh-huh.
That would be so bad.
Yeah. See, and then that's the bad part, because now you got guys who are 100% clean, but because they won, that thought is in the back of your head. I wonder, did they cheat? people, winning is everything, you know. If you're not winning, you're nothing. Yeah.
Armstrong years. You would have never heard of Armstrong had he not cheated. He could have competed with everybody else that was cheating. You would have never known who he was.
And this thing about it is that you would have heard of him. He would have been a miracle story anyway, to come back from cancer like that and just be able to compete. That's the story in itself. But then when you win, what do you want, 6 times in a row? 7 times in a row?
So you know who the first American was, right?
Who?
Back in the late 80s. Right, LeMond.
Yeah, I remember, yeah, and I never put 2 and 2 together, but I remember as a teenager, people who had road bikes, if you did, yeah, they had Le Mans, yeah.
It's kind of funny. So his wife is my second cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Her grandmother, my grandfather. I still don't know the way how she met him. I remember watching his stories on TV and the way she was Kathy at the time, short hair, glasses and stuff. But I don't know if you know Greg LeMond's story, but his is about as impressive as Armstrong who got from cancer.
Uh-huh.
So, LeMond won the first American to win in 86. Fall of 86, he was turkey hunting. He got shot with a shotgun.
Wow.
And he was 20 minutes from bleeding out and dying. He got life flighted to the hospital. He had one of the pellets hit him in the neck, and he was spurting blood. His heart beat. Talk about it. He still has like 35 pellets in him, lead pellets, throughout his heart and in his lungs. And he came back and won the Tour 2.9s in 89 and 90.
Wow.
After he blasted with the shotgun. Yeah, so today he's 50, he's 55. I'm 51, my brother's 59, and he's like right between us.
Does he still ride? Just for like exercise
Not a
or?
lot. He's real big now.
Oh,
And part of it is he really got physically tried to push it and stuff. He's gonna kill himself on Facebook. But that's what I think he's got. I've never met him. I saw him at a family reunion once up in Wisconsin.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And come to find out that, yeah, and people's probably still too stubborn to, you know, admit it publicly, you know, that I was wrong, you know. I wanted to believe the same thing. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I heard Landis.
He was cheating too.
Wow.
So basically, LeMond is still now the only American on the Tour.
So is the American team the only team cheating?
Oh no. No. They just gosh, about 10 years ago, they just qualified the entire Italian team.
Wow.
It's just rampant. It's sad. It's sad because baseball was getting big, you know.
Yeah.
A-Rod and Clemens.
And I remember years ago when they were saying that like Barry Bonds was doping.
Yeah.
And to me, it didn't make sense because it was making him, he got a lot bigger over the years. I'm sure that he got a lot stronger, but hitting home runs is not about strength. It's about swinging that bat fast. And I never could see how a steroid or any kind of performance enhancing drug could cause that. And maybe I just don't know enough about it, but
I'll say that they put the wire in the same.
yeah.
We're all going to always have an asterisk by the name.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Here's those guys. I mean, there's guys are getting 70 a year for several years in a row.
Yeah.
Something's got to be going on. It just doesn't happen, then it just drops off again.
And then that kind of takes away from the game because people want to see home runs, you know?
I'm right ahead. You guys are. We just ride all morning.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. And like I said, I know that they were doing the signs, so I figured everything else was getting coordinated, and I make sure that I'm in everybody's ear, making sure that everything is coordinated for next month too.
We got a nice morning.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I am.